Our next candidate seeking the Republican nomination for governor is Senator Eric Johnson. Eric?
Good afternoon and welcome to Savannah. I'm an architect here in Savannah. I chair the Senate Ethics Committee, and I want to be your next governor. This campaign is about trust. Who do you trust with our principles? Who do you trust to do the right thing when nobody's looking? Who do you trust with the complex issues? Who do you trust to make the tough calls? I started my political career as chairman of the Chatham County Young Republicans in 1979. I cut my political teeth in the Reagan Revolution and worked for United States Senator Mac Mattingly. I have put up yard signs. I've licked envelopes. I've been a precinct chairman. I've been a county party chairman. I'm the only candidate for governor who has sat in those chairs with you for the last 30 years. In 1994, in the year of the contract with America that made Newt Gingrich Speaker, I was elected to the state Senate. 6 years later, I became the minority leader, and Tom Price became the minority whip. We worked with Lynn Westmoreland on the House side and spent 4 years battling Governor Roy Barnes, defining the issues and the differences between us and them, and targeting winnable seats. In 2002, our work paid off, and we elected a Republican governor and took control of the state Senate. We took Barnes and his illegally gerrymandered district plans all the way to the United States Supreme Court and won, and took the House in 2004. I am the only candidate for governor that's gone toe-to-toe with Roy Barnes and won. After 130 years in the wilderness, we had now had the ability to govern and put our conservative agenda that we'd promised into play. As leader of the state Senate, I went to work. Unlike Washington, we balanced the budget and cut taxes. We ended frivolous lawsuits and protected private property rights. We required a photo ID to vote and passed the toughest illegal immigration laws in this nation. We passed pro-life laws that have saved the lives of many unborn in Georgia. And we protected your right to keep and bear arms and hunt and fish. We've expanded school choice and allowed the Bible to be taught in public schools. I know who we are, where we came from, and what we believe. I have never wavered. And I don't want to turn back or be turned back. And that's why I'm running for governor. Our state was built by men and women with less wealth, poorer health, less education, and worse pollution than we have. They didn't ask for bailouts or new government programs. They did without, they tightened their belts, they worked hard, and they focused on their children instead of themselves. And I want to focus on the next generation and not the next headline or the next election. As a person, I serve a higher God. That's who I'm accountable to. As a public servant, I serve the Constitution. That's what holds me accountable to you. I am not politically correct. I am not ashamed to say who I am and what I believe. I use plain language. Some accuse me of having the political subtlety of Agent Jack Bauer on 24. That's okay. I think voters want to hear the truth and straight talk and not spin and pandering. I believe in strong families, small government, and free markets. In short, I believe in life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, not a department of happiness. I believe that we should comprehensively reform Georgia's tax code to make it fairer, simpler, and lower. Like the fair tax, we need to capture the underground economy and quit punishing hard work. I believe that politicians that tell you to pay your taxes should pay theirs. And I was proud to pass the law this year that will now expose the name of legislators who refuse to pay their taxes so that we can remove them from office. I believe we need to use the free market to create jobs. The solution lies with entrepreneurs and small businesses who are motivated by profit. I believe that parents should have the freedom to determine where and how their children are educated and not the government. I passed the state's first voucher law for special needs children, and as governor will continue to fight to expand school choice for every family. Finally, I believe one of those educational options is homeschooling, and we need to just leave it alone. But I met a girl named Celine who's volunteering on our campaign, who applied to Georgia State University and was denied admission because she was college preparatory deficient. She'll be attending an Ivy League college on scholarship this fall. As governor, I will make darn sure there's no discrimination in this state against our homeschool children. That is who I am and what I believe. And like you, I'm frustrated that our party has squandered an opportunity that we worked so hard for in Washington. And we're going to pay the price for that for a long, long time. That must not happen here in Georgia. I have worked beside you for 30 years through the Reagan Revolution, the Gingrich Revolution, and the Georgia Revolution to earn the right to govern this great state. We still have work to do to create good jobs, improve our schools, reduce the size of government, and expand personal freedoms. This campaign is about trust. You know me, you know my record. Please join our campaign at johnsonforgeorgians.com. Thank you, and God bless Georgia.